Subject of scrutiny here. I just woke up a little bit ago. Decided to check out the news feed. As I'm... Oh, don't want that. Okay. As I was going through my news feed, I stepped on this one. And it says, Toronto billionaire and his wife found dead in their home. And it's from CNN. Anytime they give some super generic, like, oh, well, by the way, this person died, don't look into it, kind of thing, which is pretty much what this is right here, we know that there's something to look at there. So when I did that, I went to it, and I decided to go to the actual letter here, or the article here. And as I'm looking through this article, I kind of start thinking about it. And whenever I start thinking about this kind of stuff, it always goes somewhere. There's always more to the story. There's always what they leave out. I mean, you know CNN. I mean, God, can't believe I'm going off CNN right now. But it's slow news day, and I figured this one's pretty good. And it kind of ties in with a bunch of stuff I was talking about. So this guy, Bernard Sherman, it says right here, found dead in their mansion Friday afternoon. CTV reports. Toronto Police Service is investigating the deaths as suspicious. They were killed. Anytime they kind of say suspicious, it obviously means murder. Obviously. Always. Every time. These people don't just let people live or give you a warning. They might give you one warning if you're semi-important to them. But if not, they just kill you. So, this guy right here owned this drug company. Where's that? Called Apotex. And basically, it's Canada's biggest generic drug manufacturer who, coincidentally, is supplying a shitload of generic medical drugs and services and whatnot to Americans at a much cheaper price than they can get in America. So there's a reason just right there to kill them. Right there. They're taking money out of their pockets in American medicine. But I figured, well, there's probably more to it than that. Where's it at? Okay. Chairman of generic drug maker Apotex, which he founded in 1974. Apotex went on to become the largest Canadian-owned pharmaceutical company. Boom. And then some guy who took over his job, Jordan Berman, he's probably the one who sold him out. And yeah, so basically that's that there. So I said, okay, well, he owned a thing. What was he planning on releasing? Or what was he planning on getting rid of? Or repealing? Or, you know, he was going to do something that they didn't like. That's the only reason a billionaire would be found dead. Right? That's what I figure. That's what I kind of think. And that's probably what's right. So I decided to dig a little deeper than that. How can I dig deeper than that? Well, I roll up a joint, and then I just keep going, you know. Then I found out that this guy wrote this book called The Invention of the Jew, Jewish American Education Novels from 1916 to 1964. I haven't done anything on modern education yet because it's a huge topic to cover, but long story short, this has something to do with it, and I've looked for this dang book. I only found it one place. Amazon doesn't sell it. And, yeah, so you obviously, boom, right off the bat, you have a guy who owns a medical company and wrote a book about Jews. So what does that mean? Well, it probably means that he decided to do something he shouldn't have, or maybe he was going to put something out he shouldn't have, or something along those lines. So I decided to try to get the book. So I went to get the book, and it brought up basically the same stuff. So then I'm going to go to, there is no shopping. Oh, wait, way down here. Okay. Okay, boom, I found it. $3.78 used. And 30 cents tax, free shipping. But it doesn't give urban origins of American Judaism. Wow. Either way, did you know? Oh my God. Of Hasidic Jews. Hasidic ain't bad. You got to look out for the Talmudic, but regardless, If he has a tie to Judaism, he has a tie to Freemasonry and the occult and whatever else. So that's that there. And then here's the same book. And then I tried finding reviews here, and you can't get it going. But then I found this. Boom. Right before he died, some of his cousins were seeking a lawsuit, seeking money. I mean, look at this guy. This is Kerry Winter. And look at this. Look at Gold Digger. He looks like a failure in life, you know? Like he just got to ride someone else's coattails, you know? Either way. His lawsuit got thrown out, him and his siblings, and one of the siblings' widow, I guess, because he died. But he won this lawsuit just before he died, September, so a couple months back. Said the claimed interest in Apotex was wishful thinking and beyond fanciful, Superior Court Justice Kenneth Hood wrote in a decision released this month. But now that he's dead, and so is his wife, now it might be easier for him to get a piece of that. And this guy might be the shill. He might be the guy who's going to come in, sue him, get control of the company, and then dismantle it, liquefy it, whatever he's got to do to stop the cheap generic drugs from coming into America or wherever else they're needed. I mean, this guy was a philanthropist. Not this guy, Kerry Winter, but Barry Sherman allegedly was a very famous philanthropist. He helped with several different charitable causes. I couldn't really find any specifics, but on all his biographies and stuff, it said he was a philanthropist. So for now, I'm just going to assume that that's true. I know what they say about assuming, but that's all I got for now because nothing else will show. It's just like you can't find a review of this book, and I can only find 2 copies of it for sale. I'm going to dig a little deeper into this. I'm going to order that book, and I'm going to read it and see what I can find in there because there's got to be something more to this. Here he is right here, Barry Sherman, back in 87. Man. They're going to be appealing because they want to, it says right here, the Winters lawyer, Brad Teplitsky, probably another type, said they would be appealing and declined to comment further. Lawyer Catherine Case said neither Sherman nor his legal team would be commenting. Nobody's commenting because it's all controlled. It's all part of some sort of scheme, and whether Sherman was in on it or not, the fact is he decided to not be in on something because they killed him. Billionaires and their wives don't just die for no reason. They're murdered, they're killed. I mean, come on, these are the elites. These are the 1%. The only time that elites like that are killed is either A, in some sort of satanic sacrifice, or B, they went against the flow. They went against the what needs to be done, etc., etc. So, I mean, I'm going to keep looking into this. It's kind of a short video. It's just something that caught my eye, and I figured I'd make a little video on it. So, sorry if it's not super duper interesting. %, of Americans think country worse off under Trump, policy finds. Yeah, because the only people taking this poll, the only people taking this poll are millennials and people who didn't like him to start. I don't really care for him. He's just another puppet. You know, at least he gave, I like Trump because he at least gave us a good show. You know, most other politicians or past presidents, they try to stay all dignified and keep it all stupid and boring and vanilla. At least Trump gave us a good show. He's a shill. He's paid off. He's out there sucking Israel's dick, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, at least he gave us a good show. They hired a good actor this time. People just need to kind of realize that it's not something that's gonna be like, oh, well, you know, this president said, okay, you know, we're gonna go against it and whatever. The last one who did that was JFK. What happened to him? Last one to try to dismantle the Federal Reserve Bank. What happened to him? He got shot by his own wife. Or if you remember the old video where there was only 4 people in the car, it looked like he got shot from the front and his brains blew over the back. The new video, which is pretty weird, It kind of looks like his wife shot him because the blood splatter goes straight up. But that's a whole different thing. You can look into that if you want. But I just can't believe like how deep this is going and how hard it is to find. This net neutrality thing is really going to fuck up the internet because you can't get information anymore. And it's going to be stupid. Like, we're going to have to go back to mail, send out newsletters, something along those lines. Either way, subject to scrutiny. Like, share, subscribe.